Do you love chicken? Do you love asparagus? Well, then you're going to want to keep on watching because today I'm going to be cooking up for you asparagus stuffed chicken. And it also has cheese in it. And who doesn't love cheese? Oh my goodness. Welcome back. Welcome to another episode of Debbie's Healthy Kitchen. Today is asparagus stuffed chicken. And this is so yummy. I think you're gonna love it. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. But first of all, I'm gonna cover all of the ingredients with you. So what you're gonna need for this recipe is chicken breast, some fresh asparagus, some olive oil, cooking spray, some salt, pepper, garlic powder, and some low moisture, part skim mozzarella cheese. And that is it, pretty simple. And so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take a nice sharp knife and I am going to basically butterfly the chicken breast. And what that means is I'm just going to slice it open, but I'm not going to go all the way through because I want to create a pocket so that way I can put my cheese, my seasonings, and my asparagus all on the inside. All right, so bear with me here. So we're just going to go ahead and cut that right in the middle here. And like I said, you just need to be careful that you don't go all the way through to the other side. Now, if that does happen, you could certainly piece it back together using like toothpicks, right? And I'm having a little bit of trouble with this one, but that's all right. We're gonna make it work. Okay, so as you can see right here, so it's gonna be filleted open just like that. All right. And so the next thing we're going to do is I'm going to take that salt, pepper, and garlic powder, and I'm just going to sprinkle half of it inside that chicken. And you could create like a rub if you want to rub it in. Okay. All right. And so the next step is to put in that mozzarella cheese. Okay, and then we're going to take our asparagus and just lay it inside. Now, my asparagus is pretty short for some reason, so I really do prefer the long, slender asparagus. They're a little more tender and not as woody. So I did cut off a lot of the woody part, but it did make them pretty small. So I'm not going to have the ends poking out of both sides, but that's all right. It's all about the flavor. So I did weigh out my chicken breast on my food scale, and I also weighed the asparagus so I could have the correct portion size. And so I've had my asparagus in. We're just going to fold that back over, and the rest of the seasoning we're just going to go ahead and put on one side here. So I'm just sprinkling a little bit, going to rub that in, because I'm going to put the rest of that on the other side. And so, where is my spatula? So I'm going to take a spatula and get ready to put it in our fry pan. And so you're going to use a fry pan. I did lightly spray mine with cooking spray, but we are going to be putting in a little bit of olive oil. Get my pan all preheated. Now you can use like, what do they call those things? cast iron skillet, because this is going to be popped in the oven. And so if you're cooking everything in a cast iron skillet, then you can just pop that skillet right into the oven when we're all done. But I'm going to use a casserole dish instead. So like I said, I have this all ready to go, and so I'm just going to flip it over in my pan. And then I'm going to take the other half of that seasoning, the salt, the pepper, the garlic powder, and sprinkle on the other side. So this just is going to cook for about 3 to 5 minutes on each side. So we'll just time it here and then flip it over for the other side. And so I want to show you what that looks like in the pan, as you can see. All right, and so it's time to flip it over. So now, now we have to be careful here so everything doesn't spill out. So you want to have a large spatula, and we're just going to flip it over. Oh, my asparagus almost got away from me. All right, so now that it's flipped over, I'm just going to cook this for another 3 to 5 minutes on this side. Now this recipe is for 1 serving. And so I love 1 serving meals. So it makes it nice and easy, especially if you're single or you only need to prepare 1 serving. So I did prepare 1 earlier today, and that way my husband and I both can enjoy this meal. And so for those of you that are following the program that I coach to, this is one, we'll make 1 green. So I will be adding a side salad to my meal tonight so I can have the full protein and 3 servings of veggies. All right, now it's time to put our chicken in our oven-safe dish. Now, if you were cooking your chicken in an oven-safe pan, let's say like a cast iron skillet, at this point, all you would need to do is put foil over the top and place in that preheated oven. And remember, it's 425. And so since I am not using an oven-proof pan, I do have a casserole dish here that I'm going to place it in. So I just lightly sprayed it with some cooking spray, and I'm just going to remove it from my skillet here and place in my dish. Set this aside. And I will be putting a lid on it. And this will bake for about 425 for 15 minutes, or until the internal temperature is 155. And so you want to make sure that the juices run clear and it's no longer pink. So going to put this in the oven. All right, our chicken just came out of the oven, and the only thing we need to do is just let it sit for 5 minutes, and it's going to produce the most juiciest, yummiest chicken I think that you've ever had. So if you've enjoyed this recipe, please give me a like. Also, would love for you to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and make sure you hit the little bell so that way you will be notified each and every week when there is a new video popping up. So anyways, thanks for watching Debbie's Healthy Kitchen, and until next time, let's go eat. Bye-bye.